Hey guys, welcome to the Winning Culture Blueprint. Today, I want to do a little bit of a book report. It's the second time I've read this book, and it really just hit me different this time. You know how it is. Sometimes you really feel like you're just reading and not quite absorbing, or maybe it's just a story and not quite working out where it's hitting you right. But this time, I was just in a good space. I just came off a week with my son and my future son-in-law, a couple of buddies riding mountain bikes, and I just had a lot of energy, a lot of margin, as I like to say, in my life. So I want to tell you a little bit more about this book by Jon Gordon called The Energy Bus. And the culmination of this is 10 rules for the ride of your life. And it was a parable. I call it a parable. It was a story. And really it was told in a way that it took each of the steps that they gave him that he could take directly and put to work in his life over a 2-week period. So the story goes something like this. It's a leader, a manager named George, had a big project going on, but he was really in a bad place in his life, both in his work life, his personal life, with his wife and kids, his employees. And honestly, it felt like, just in reading the book, that he was about to lose it on all fronts. In fact, his wife had even told him, like, hey, if something doesn't change around here, I'm out. So one day, in this spiral that he was in, he goes out to his car. He's on his way to work. He has a big meeting that morning, and he has a flat tire on his car. He goes to open the trunk to put the spare on. And we all know, like, a lot of cars now don't even come with spares, which is really weird. It doesn't even make sense to me. And I guess they've got these new run flats. Anyway, not the point. So anyway, what happens to George in this case is that he ends up having to take the bus to work. So he gets on this bus, and lo and behold, there's a bus driver on there. Name is Joy. And Joy is full of wisdom. In this case, she really starts to lean into George from day one when he gets on the bus. And she goes through, they've got these rules hanging at the front of the bus. And it's really just the 10 rules for the ride of your life. And you can take that into home, into work, in that combination of both, where you're living your real life all the time and bringing energy. That's really what it's all about. So the first rule that was on the list, and it's maybe not a rule so much as it is a thought process, and that is that you are the driver of your bus. What does that mean? It basically means that your life, your decisions of the experience on the bus of your life are yours to choose, and how you show up, either with energy, fun, inviting, is yours to figure out. It's yours to create, right? It's nobody else's. It's nobody else's fault how your bus is rolling. The second one is the desire, the vision, and the focus is really what moves your bus in the right direction. So to take that to business is you create and paint a picture of your destination. Why the heck are you going to this destination in the first place? Start with why. Also, what are the fuels that will run the engine of your bus? So what is it that drives that? What is it that keeps it going and keeps it on the right track? So let's talk about fuel for a second. You should really, this is the third rule, fuel your ride with positive energy. Bring energy to the things you do. It's attractive, it energizes the people around you, and helps you build momentum, not just for you, but also for the people that are on your bus. Speaking of the people on your bus, let's talk about inviting people to get on the bus with you. So invite people on your bus and share your vision, right? You created this vision, this focus of the direction you're going, why you're going there, painted the big picture. And if you can share that roadmap and invite people to come along for the journey, come along with you. And we know this, it's always more fun to road trip with friends, right? There's more fun. You live life bigger, you live life fuller. And that sense of loneliness and decision making is so much less when you have people with you that you know, like, and trust. The next rule, number 5, don't waste your energy on those who decide to not get on the bus with you. It's so easy sometimes to look at the things going on around you, to see the people that you thought were with you and find out, wow, they're really not on the same page. They're not going with me. So when you invite these people on your bus and they say, hey man, I don't believe in that. I'm not with you. I'm not aligned. Perhaps you give them a chance to maybe understand better. Maybe you didn't explain it well enough. But dude, when people don't want to be on your bus, allow them to not be on it, right? You're not on my bus. That's okay. But we're going to take this bus and the wheels are going to start turning and we're going to leave you behind. And that's probably better for you. And it's certainly better for us. All right. The next rule, and it really kind of goes along with the people that are not on your bus, but sometimes people agree either through desperation or they don't know what else to do to get on your bus, but they draw the energy out of your business, off your bus, out of the organization. And in this case, they had a deal that says post a sign that says no energy vampires allowed on my bus. So don't let the naysayers cause you to have a flat tire on your bus or to cause the AC to go out where everybody's riding in the heat. We all know those people that suck the energy out of a room. Don't allow it. Don't allow it. It's hard to move forward when there's people pulling in the other direction or causing you a flat tire or making you go slower than what's going to allow you to actually create the win for the rest of your team. So no vampires allowed, and don't let them suck the energy out of the room. All right. To that point, enthusiasm, right? What causes people to get behind an idea? What causes people to get behind something that, perhaps is bigger than them? And one of the things that really does that is enthusiasm and energy for the ride. Why do you think we have pep rallies, right? When we were in high school, you may remember before the Friday game, there was always a pep rally, right? And the cheerleaders might come out, some of the football players. Maybe the coach comes on and gives a little speech about why it's important for the team and for the people to get behind the team. And I think it just keeps the conversation, the pep rally, the we can do it, the si se puede, we can do it together. And I think it creates momentum. I think it creates a space where people feel like, hey, I'm part of something bigger and we're going there together. And again, it's always more fun to go on a road trip with friends. The next rule, love your passengers. So while you're on this ride, let's take it back to work for a second. Sometimes as part of the ride, the road gets bumpy, right? There may be potholes. Perhaps the AC does go out for a period of time. Maybe you have to stop for an intermission or for a bathroom break or whatever you want to call it. But during this time, there's lots of people doing hard work and focus. And it's important to make sure that you give encouragement, to give feedback, to acknowledge not just the effort, but the milestones that you hit along the way. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first mile. And along the way, there's going to be things you should appreciate and acknowledge along the way so that when you write your memoir about how it happened, what happened, how did we get there, that it feels like the journey was just as important as the final result. Because that's where people really get energized. And if you can enjoy the journey along the way, wow, how much better is it than just looking forward to what's going to happen in the end? And then finally, when you're driving your bus, drive with purpose. Remember where you're going. Remember to take the people along with you. And to, as I said a while ago, to have a lot of fun. Have some fun along the journey. Because it's not just about the end destination. It's about solving problems together. It's about making things bigger and better for others. And if you can do that, you'll have a team that can win through the hard times, can win through the big times and the good times. But more importantly, they invite more people to be on the bus with you. It attracts the right people. It engages them. It energizes them. Come along for the ride with you. If you ever have a problem attracting people, perhaps you've got an energy problem. And that's really what the culmination of this book was about. The Energy Bus by Jon Gordon. Check it out, read it, get it on Audible or wherever you listen to books. Hopefully, Jon Gordon gets this and appreciates the feedback that I thought it was really good. There's lots of linkage to other books there just around creating the right habits, doing the right things, having the right energy, creating margin in your life, to create momentum in your business, in your home life, and to live authentically every day. Hope you're well. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope it helps you, blesses you. Have a great week.